Pulse. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Pray. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ、礼儀を重んずること。一つ、景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。しばらくち。Ready? よい。So today's class is an advanced class, and what we're doing today is actually a part 2 of what we did on Wednesday. So Wednesday was our intermediate class, today is Friday. Friday is our advanced class, and what we're doing is a continuation of punching with counterattacks. All right. So what we did last week was we worked on Nizuki, we worked on blocking with a Gyakuzuki, reverse punch, and then a Kazamazuki, which is a jab. All right. So we tried to carry it a little bit further because then we did Tai Sabaki. Okay, you're an advanced student, you understand Tai Sabaki is moving offline. Okay, for the second attack, again, blocking, counterattack with the Gyakuzuki, Kazamazuki. All right, so the reason I wanted to turn that class into a part 2 is because we're going to start getting a little bit more advanced. All right, typically for my beginner students, what we tend to practice is a block and a counterattack. Right, it's one block, one counterattack. That is a beginner level type of thing that you would typically do, right? You're going to step back into an agayuke, reverse punch as your counter, do the same thing on the other side, okay? That would be a beginner style class. Intermediate, you get into a couple of other counterattacks, right? So for this, what we did last week, and what, again, I'm just going to review quickly, is a punch. All right, generally that punch is going to come from the right, generally that punch is going to come from around or straight through. What we've done, or what we did last week, was block that with the Uchiyuke, Gyakuzuki reverse punch, Kazamazuki to Jodan level, or a jab. All right, we also talked about jabs being a higher punch, right? Because jabs are typically one of those quick punches. A quick punch to the chest doesn't do much, a quick punch to the stomach may do something, but jabs are typically to the face or Jodan level. Kazamazuki, your jab punch. All right, then the attacker attacks again, other side. So you are parrying that, blocking again, all right, and again, Gyakuzuki or Nizuki was our attack, our counter attack. So at that point, you're getting into an intermediate level, right? Because you are blocking 2 attacks. Your counters are more than one simple punch. It's a combination of 1 to 2 punches. Then you blocked again. Counterattack was 2 punches. All right, so now we're getting into the advanced level. So what we're looking at today is putting your attacker on the ground. Okay, and that's what I like to. I think it's important to focus on this type of thing, especially in Shotokan karate, because, like I've stated before, Shotokan karate is a self-defense art. Right? It is. You're not attacking someone. All right, and everything that I tend to show you, you start off with a block, just like all of our kata. Right? Every single kata that we do starts off with a block. Same thing here. We're not looking for trouble. We're not looking to start trouble. What we're looking to do is defend ourselves and get away or end the attack. All right? And the best way to end an attack is to put your attacker on the ground and hold them in place, or get them onto the ground where you're able to stand up and move away quickly, giving you a head start to, again, get away from the situation. All right. What we looked at last week and what we typically look at with a beginner is something very simple, right? A punch comes in, you parry it, you block it, punch, punch. All right, that doesn't put your attacker on the ground. All right, typically what that does is stops your attacker from attacking, potentially, maybe, right? If I'm coming in for a punch, you block this arm, first you parry it, then you block it, and then you punch me here in the stomach, and then you jab to the face. Maybe I don't want to attack again, but I'm still on my feet, and I'm able to attack again. All right, so what we're looking at today in this more advanced class is putting your attacker on the ground. All right, so what do you do to get your attacker onto the ground from that simple beginner situation, right? So that's what we're going to look at. So we're going to run a couple of drills with that. So I'm going to show you a couple of things there. And then of course I just want to reiterate and kind of go over the same things that I tend to go over. Most punches that are coming at you as an attack are going to come from the right. Most people are right-handed. Most of the time you're going to get these punches that come around from the right. Okay, and again, we're talking about unsolicited type of fights, right? So this is not consensual combat. This is non-consent, right? So this is non-consensual combat. Someone is attacking you. You've not agreed to rules. You've not said, okay, we're only going to punch from the chest to the neck. We're going to use mouth guards. We're going to use gloves. No kicks, right? We're not agreeing to rules. So this is, again, non-consensual combat. Someone is attacking you, you're defending yourself. At this point, we're going to end the attack, all right? And that's kind of where we're going. These type of attacks, are usually coming around from the side or straight in, okay? Unless they have a weapon. Unarmed, you're typically going to get that right-handed haymaker or that right-handed straight punch or an uppercut, all right? An uppercut's just going to come really quick. They're going to go for your jaw, and they're going to try to get you to bite down and knock you out. All right? The best way to avoid that is to back up. Keep distance between whomever is attacking you. All right? And that's not really something that we're covering today and what we're going to learn for the lesson anyways. But if someone is that close to you, you need to create space. They're now in your space and you need to back up. You don't have to move your hand. You don't have to put your hand up and push them away. You don't have to make any aggressive movement whatsoever. But if they're in your face, you are in a danger zone for that quick uppercut that looks just like this. There's no preparation for that. All that is happening is they're going to stand here and they're going to twist their hips, drop their weight, and go up. Okay? If you create space by taking 1 to 2 steps back, 1.5 steps back, at that point, you're going to be able to see the attack coming. All right? At that point, if I'm still standing here and you've stepped back, this is no longer an option. I have to extend to come to you, which means I have to step. Typically, I'm going to step with the same hand that I'm punching with. It's going to come around from the side, or it's going to come straight in from here. Maybe you'll get that uppercut, but that's going to be a big step. All right, so again, these are things that you want to remember. In any self-defense situation, create distance. All right, there's no reason to be right up in someone's face. There's no reason for someone to be in your face. All right, an attack, any type of mugging situation, create some distance. Hands up, create distance. Give your attacker the impression that you are willing to do whatever they're asking of you. Okay, I'm here. What do you need? What do you want? At this point, your hands being up are an advantage. If a punch comes in, you've already got your hands up. It's easy to step in with this hand to block. It's easy to parry with this hand and then step into a block, right? Hands up, it's a good situation for you. It's somewhat of an advantage, all right? So always be prepared with that, even if your hands are this low. I don't want any trouble. This is a good position. Your hands are already in a place where you can protect your head, protect your face, throw parries, throw blocks, grab, control. There's a lot of things you can do, and having your hands already up is an advantage. So think about that as well. All right? And again, create space. So if someone starts walking up on you, just step back. Hey, I don't want any trouble. Not looking for any trouble here. What's going on? Assess the situation. Typically, they're not going to be able to throw that uppercut what's going to happen is they're going to throw a left jab and try to follow that with a punch, or they're going to roll around with that big haymaker or that straight punch in. And we talked about how to defend these in several different ways. Okay, so we're going to go through it again today. To start, all right, I know we've already warmed up, but let's go through the kata hand shodan, but the bunkai version. Okay, so maybe you may not know the bunkai version. You should, right? Because you should kind of understand what's happening with hand shodan, that it is not, it's not what you see, right? So it's not standing here and there's an attacker coming, and I'm blocking a kick, and now I'm going to step and punch. And then there's another attack coming from behind because I'm magic and I can see behind me, and now I'm blocking this kick. All right, because if an attack is coming from behind, why would I turn into it when I could just turn away from it and defend it? Okay, so again, just look at the kata hand shodan. All right, I'm going to perform it right about here. So typically whenever I do the kata, I start here, I go this direction, then back here. We go with our Gedan Mirai and then our 3 Agayuki rising blocks. Our turn out to the side, where we do our block punch, turn again, block punch, come straight back down the middle with 3 punches, and then we do our 4 Shotoukes, 2 on this side and 2 on that side. All right? Now, I'm just going to do it straight on, because my attacker is coming from straight ahead. All right? So as my attacker comes in with, let's say, that straight punch that we've talked about several times, all right, whether it's that haymaker that's coming from this side or that jab that's coming in, that quick jab, that left jab, okay? Their hands are up, yours are up, and they're throwing that quick jab. You're going to step off to the side, controlling the hand down, which again represents your Gedan. Now that you have control, you're going to step and punch, grabbing around the jaw or around the front of the face, turning and whipping your opponent down, still controlling the arm here. There's your hammer fist, all right? And at that point, you can move forward for another punch, whoever's coming in this direction. A quick block up, right? That left coming in, a block up, punch. Again, control here, turn, and down to the floor. Control. Now come your 3 Agayuki rising blocks. In my opinion, these are block, all right? Then you're pushing, striking against the neck, and then maybe another block. All right? So I'm going to back up a little bit more. All right, so then we've taken out 2 opponents, and we put both opponents on the ground, which is what I talked about before. Okay, so again, this is just hand shodan, very simple. All right, our second opponent we've whipped to the floor, and now a punch is coming in. We're blocking that punch, control, step in, all right, your arm, the blade of your arm going across the neck here, controlling the arm here, in, and now move the arm down as you come in and press, sweeping across there. All right? That's one option for your 3 Agayukes. It doesn't have to be Agayuke. It has to look very similar to it, and that's what we're doing. Right? You've blocked, and what we've done here is actually thrown an opponent to the ground, and now another opponent is coming straight for us. We block, control, push across the body. You can either dump this opponent, right, as you move forward. That's an option, right? Or like I said, we block, control, press across the body, arm comes down and around, push and dump that opponent. All right? And now you're turning in what we've done here already. So you're doing a turn, which is Gedan. You see a punch coming, again from the left, block, control, punch, dump. Or it's coming from the right, which again, most punches are going to come from. The punch is coming from the right, you're going to parry, right? Punch, control, down. All right, there's again that 180-degree turn easily represents a throw, right? Power in the hips, power in the rotation. As you make that transition happen, that's an easy throw of an opponent, okay? Because again, we turned to here. Your opponent is coming straight to you, all right? With maybe that right punch, like I said. So you're going to block, grab, punch. Got control of the arm. Your hand goes to the side of the head. Turn down to the ground. All right, let's look at it straight on. Okay, so I've completed my gate on here. Punch is coming around. It's coming from the right. All right, so I'm going to block, control, punch. Hand comes back around the back of the head, grabbing the shoulder, grabbing the back of the head this way, grabbing the ear on the other side of the head, rip, and turn to the ground. All right, again, I'll do it from this direction. The block, parry, control, punch, control, down. And then the same thing happens in this other direction, right? So now we're here. The block or parry, punch, control, dump. As you now move forward with your 3 Oizuki punches. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Again, you're attacking and moving someone back. That's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. There's no defense there. There's no block and then counter. It's a straight on attack. Then you have someone coming from the side, so you're turning to block, control. This becomes a strike, a knife hand strike to the neck. All right, so again, block, control, strike, other direction. Block, control, strike. That's hand Shotokan. Didn't look like hand Shotokan a whole lot, but it's exactly all the movements of hand Shotokan. But we've taken out attackers and we've moved most of them to the ground. Okay? That's kind of what I'm trying to get at with some of these advanced techniques here, right? This is an advanced class. What you should be doing to end a threat is putting that attacker on the ground. And that's why you practice all these kata and you think, what's the point of me turning here, right? And then doing a 180-degree turn here, and then doing a 90-degree turn back to here. Again, all these turns are throws. All these gedan barai do not have to be blocks that are kick blocks, kick blocks, right? They can easily be, when someone is throwing a punch, you grabbing their arm, controlling to down into a downward position, opening up their head, right, for an easy punch. And then ripping and turning as you still maintain control of that arm. All right? Again, if I'm coming straight at you with a punch and you control it and pull me down, punch me across here, and then reach around, grabbing this side of my face and whipping me back that way, it's a lot of power. Once you have control of someone's head, their body is going to follow. All right, so think about that kind of thing as we kind of move through a lot of what we do. So again, let's go through hand Shotokan. I'm going to go through it a little bit more slowly in a bunkai fashion. Think about your attackers. Think about what's happening with each movement. I will start the typical way that I always do hand Shotokan, okay? Ready? We're not announcing anything. This is a straight on fight. Someone's coming straight to me. Ready? And grab, control, punch, step, grab, pull to the ground, strike down. New opponent is coming straight at you here. Parrying the block, punch, control with the right, dump. This looks like gedan. 3 ageukes. The first one is a block. Control. Second one pushes across the body. Under. All right, you're transferring control of that arm. Push, control, dump. Now we're turning to 7. You're down, All right, I want to give room. Another punch is coming. This is a right hand punch. You're stepping to block, control, punch, hand to the side of the face, control, drop to the ground. Another opponent coming here. Left-handed punch, control, block, control, punch. Side of the head, dump to here. 3 Oizuki punches. 1, 2, 3. Turning here, the opponent is coming straight to you. Blocking, grabbing, chop. Back this direction. Block, grab, chop. All right, you just completed Heian Shodan, but a Bunkai version of Heian Shodan. That makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, yes? But what you're doing, because you're actually doing real movement. All right, typically whenever you would look at Heian Shodan, you think again, you're blocking a kick, and now I'm punching someone. And now someone's coming from behind me, and I'm blocking their kick. But they grab my arm, so I twist it and pull it away, and I strike down. And then I follow up with a punch. And now someone's coming from this direction, I'm going to block with gate on. And now I'm going to block 3 punches and back them up. I blocked 1 punch. I blocked another punch. I blocked another punch. They're not doing anything to that attacker, but now someone new is coming in. So I'm going to turn and block, and then step in and punch. And now someone's coming from behind me. Again, I'm going to turn and block, and then step and punch. And now I'm going to turn this way and block. And now I'm going to back an opponent up with 3 strikes. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm blocking, and now I'm blocking, and now I'm blocking, and now I'm blocking. In my opinion, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So you have to take your kata, and you have to really turn that into something that's more effective, making it look like the kata still. All right, so hopefully I've done that with Heian Shodan. You kind of get what I'm going for there. Putting an attacker on the ground is your end game. That's the goal. Put your attacker on the ground and then move forward. All right. So we started last week with Nizuki punches from Shizentai. Let's do that again today. All right. So left hand out, standing in Shizentai. Again, left hand out to mark your target. We're going Nizuki. Ready? I'll count out. Each is 1. 2 punches is 1 count. Ready? Each, ni, some, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ai. Amen. All right, check your stance. All right, your feet should be shoulder width. It shouldn't be further than shoulder width. Your feet don't need to be in a kibidachi stance, so your feet don't need to be parallel. All right, Shizentai is a normal standing position. All right, as if you're standing back here at the back of the room. Take 3 steps forward and stop. 1, 2, 3, stop. Natural position. You should feel natural standing here. Hand goes up to mark the target. Again, ready? Each, ni, some, shi, go, ro, sich, hach, kyu, ju, ai. Good, Yame. All right, so there's a good warm up for Nizuki. We're getting our punches in. Our attacker, all right, we're getting right into it. Your attacker is coming with that right-handed punch, that right-handed haymaker. Coming in to catch me right here in the side of the face, right? Maybe they've stepped up to us. I'm looking out for that uppercut. So I'm just gonna back myself up a little bit. Don't want any trouble. You see that right hand coming. Good. Parry it, block it. Punch, Chudan, Gyakuzuki. Punch, Jodan, Kazamazuki. All right? So, again, that punch comes, it's parried and then blocked. Punch, punch. That's not putting our opponent on the ground, is it? What you've done typically at this point is you've opened up that opponent to strike again, because that's what you would do, right? If I'm going to punch, It's blocked, punch, punch. I'm still standing here. This fist is still cocked back. Let me throw this one and see what happens. So now the punch is coming from the left. As it comes from the left, take it, okay? Parry, block, control. Step in, punch across the face. Your leg will be between theirs now. All right, you're taking up their space. Hand across the front or wrapping around, grabbing the face. Turn, pull down. Potentially a spike right here on your knee, but you should have control here. Control here of the arm and control here as they go down to the ground. At this point you can kneel, right? You can take this knee and kneel against their face, against their head. You can step over their head, control the arm, pushing it across your leg here. You have 100% control of that person at that point. They're no longer going to be able to fight. They're no longer going to fight against you. You have that person on the ground. At that point, you want to wait for help. You have somebody call the police. Or you want to stand up and start your exit. Get away. You've got a good 4 or 5 second head start. Maybe even more, depending on how hard you hit them or how hard you drop them to the floor. Let's try that a couple times. From Shizentai, again, let's put your hands here. Self-defense posture. You see the right hand coming. You want to step into it. You want to take up their space. Take up the space that you don't want to be where they're attacking. All right? So you want to invade their space. They think I'm going to be right here. I don't want to be there anymore. Parry, block. Even if that punch were to connect, it's going to be back here somewhere. Parry, block. Punch. Use that hip momentum to drive your punch. Shoot on level. Right? Kazamazuki to the face. Now that left is wide open. As that left comes in, I want you to parry. Grab the arm. Step across and punch. Grab. Drop to the ground. Whatever you want to do at that point is up to you. It's going to depend on how they land. It's going to depend on what they land on. It's going to depend on your opponent. Are they taller? Are they shorter? Okay. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like from the attacker's point of view. All right. I'm stepping up to you, getting in your face. You decide to back up. All right. There goes my plan for that uppercut, that one punch I was going for. So now I'm going to throw a right-handed haymaker. As it comes around, you parry and then block, punch, punch. All right, now I'm going to go for the left. You parry it to keep it away and control the arm as it goes down. Now you're stepping in between my legs with your knee, punch across the face. Your hand is either going to wrap around or come straight from this side. All right, I recommend you wrap around this so you have control. Grabbing the jaw, the face, the nose, any of this that you can grab, and whip and dump me across your knee. Again, using that powerful hip movement. All right, again, as you block, okay, we're here, Kazamazuki. The left is coming, parry, Tagaizuki, or sorry, not Tagaizuki, parry, stepping offline, all right? Grab and control on the way down. Punch across the face, stepping in. Reach around. Grab and dump. All right. That Tai Sabaki again is getting offline of your attack. The Tai Sabaki even moving in is present, right? Because when that punch is coming, I don't want to be there when that punch is delivered. So I'm stepping in and blocking. Punch, punch. Now the punch is coming around. I don't want to be here. Tai Sabaki off to the side. Again, parry that punch. Lead that punch. Lead it. Block it as you make your Tai Sabaki off to the side. Control. All you're doing is after this punch is on the way, you're parrying it, blocking it, turn your arm and control it. Then step into the punch. Grab, control, dump to the floor. Once they're on the floor, it's up to you what you want to do. arm lock, right? Knee on the face, keeping them pinned. You have a lot of options there. I'll leave that part to you. All right, my part is getting them on the floor. Let's try the other side. Now I know, like I said, most of these punches are going to come from the right. That first punch, 9 times out of 10 is coming from the right. Let's say it comes from the left. All right, parry, block, punch, punch. Now your right is coming. Right, when that right is coming, parry, block. Your taisabaki comes from the other side, correct? Control. Step and punch. Wrap around. Dump to the floor. It works on both sides. So don't want you to think that, oh man, if they don't throw that right, they throw a left, I'm screwed. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Put that opponent on the ground. All right, so that is our first kind of drill that I want you to practice. If you have a partner available, you are blessed. Please use that partner to the best of your ability. Have that partner step in with that right-handed punch. All right, as you stand there, parry it. Sorry, as you stand and parry, block, punch, punch. The left comes in, parry, block, grab, punch, stepping, grabbing, gripping to the ground, deciding on what you're going to do at that point. Okay? Try that a couple times. All right? We're going to move on to the next drill that I want to work on. So this next drill is a punch that we've not ever practiced. Okay? You may have seen it, right? It's called Awase Zuki. It's this punch. All right? It's a U punch. It's not one hand on top of the other. It's off to the side. All right, you should be able to see that as I'm standing here. This is the punch. It's not here and here. All right, it is 2 strikes at once. And it's very effective if someone's coming in to try to grab you. All right, as they come in to try to grab you, again, you don't want to be where they think you're going to be. Step in, punch, double. One punch, probably going to land right here in the gut somewhere. The other, maybe to the face, to the jawline, right? Don't be punching the shoulders or collarbone or anything like that. But that upper punch you're hoping is shooting for the face. And again, you can do it either side. It doesn't matter. All right? If they have maybe their right hand up a little higher, maybe you want to go with your right hand, your left hand being higher. Because maybe you're blocking this side a little bit better. All right? So again, they're coming in. This is my attack. I'm going to come in to try to grab you, to control you. You're stepping in with that double punch. Awase Zuki. Punch. That punch immediately turns to a grab. Immediately turn that into a grab. Once you've punched, face, stomach, grab clothing, grab a shoulder, grab the back of the head, grab. Knee or hiza geri. You have control of their torso now. Knee, elbow. And guarantee you that is going to put somebody on the floor. Right? I'm coming in, punch to the face, punch to the stomach. You're grabbing me, a knee, and now you're going to throw an elbow across my body, across my face. You're probably going to knock somebody out. All right? That elbow is most likely going to knock them out. So think about this as the attacker is coming in, right? You could potentially try a tie sabaki and just wave them off and get offline, right? They're coming in hard, coming in fast with their arms like that. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe they're just reaching to grab you. They're just here. They're going to reach forward and try to grab your collar, grab your lapels. You see it coming. Punch, grab, knee, elbow. That's your strong side. That's my strong side, right? Good strong right knee. As it lands, my foot goes between their legs. I'm using my hip and my momentum to spin that right elbow into their face. Yes, it obviously works on the left as well. Okay, you see it coming. Double punch. Knee, elbow. Okay,
Try it on both sides. I know you're going to favor one side more than the other because everyone favors their strong hand, their strong side, right? Like I said before, most of your punches are going to come from the right-hand side. That means they're coming from here. That means that's probably where you want to practice the most, is when that punch comes in and that block, all right? Then your punch, then your punch. Then that left comes in because it's their only other option. As you step in, grab, rotating down. Same thing here for you. That right hand is coming in. Both hands are coming in. Maybe they're just about to get control of you here. Maybe they have control of you here. All right? Once they have control of you, they're going to bend their arms. They're not going to hold you out here. They're going to bend their arms and bring you in. Perfect. Bring me in. Punch, grab, knee, elbow. Okay? So, that's the drill. Work that a couple times. Okay? From Shizentai. Stepping forward with your power leg. Okay? Punch, grab, knee, elbow. Don't stop that elbow. Rotate that elbow all the way through. And I know I said step forward with your power leg, but again, you're blocking probably more from the right. You're blocking the power arm that's coming in. And even if you're not, okay, whatever fist is on top is the leg you want to step with, because that's going to open up your other leg for that knee. All right, so let me try to shuffle it. Okay, so I'm going to step with my left and grab with my right. That's difficult. All right, you can grab, but the knee can't go here. It's got to come from the other side. Knee, elbow strike. It works, and maybe it works better for you. But in my opinion, this works for me. Stepping in, most likely guarding against this more powerful right arm, grabbing the knee, elbow strike. And what do I mean with that? After that knee, don't stop your elbow here. Don't do this. Okay? Rotate as much as you can. Sweep that elbow all the way across. All right? Don't stop it. Don't think, I just need a little bit of elbow here. No, you need full elbow. Throw it. All right? Practice it a couple times. Again, from Shizentai. You see the arms coming. Maybe they already have a hold. Punch, grab. Grunt. Throw that ki at the end. Exhale on that elbow strike. Okay, again, is a release of power. You see the punches, or you see the double hands coming. All three of those can be ki points. It doesn't just have to be. Okay, it doesn't have to be just on that third strike. It could be right away. It could be every movement. Every movement, you're exhaling, inhaling to get ready for the next movement, exhaling, inhaling, getting ready for that next movement, exhale, dropping your opponent. Okay? So again, these are all things that I want you to think about. All easy ways to bring an opponent to the ground from typically what could be coming from that right-handed punch. Right? And all the kata that I've taught up to this point, even going into the bunkai, we've looked at strikes coming from that right hand. Right? Or maybe we throw a high shuuke to block, and then control. This would be from Heian Godan. Right? Crash, strike, lift, turn to the ground, punch. Right? Again, that's coming from the right hand side. The beginning of Heian Nidan. Right-handed punch coming in. Blocking, punch to the face. Punch, grab, strike. Right? That looks just like this, right? 1, 2, 3. That punch is coming from the right. Blocking and punching. Punch, grab that arm. Pull and punch. Okay? Again, take any kata that we've looked at, and I guarantee you, you can take a defense of a right-handed strike coming in and employ kata. All right? We've done it several times. I've broken down bunkai for a lot of kata up to this point. And a lot of it is, there's a right-handed strike coming in. And we defend it, all right? Let's look at Heian Sandan, all right? We did Heian Shodan and Nidan. Let's look at Sandan, all right? You start here, you turn the block, a right-handed strike. Block it, control it, punch, block and move it, punch again. All right, again, that looks just like block, looks just like that. Okay, the punch is coming, block, control, punch. Again, you're making a circular movement, moving that arm out of the way, punching again. All right, there's Heian Sandan, first movement. First movement of Heian Nidan. For Heian Shodan, it's not really the first movement because it's most likely a left-handed strike that's coming, because you're parrying and controlling that left hand as it comes down, as you come across, just like the drill that we just did. It's that left hand that makes you turn that direction. Yes, you can make it a right-handed, so when that right hand comes, block, control, pull down. That's a right gate on. Yeah? Okay, so again, like I said, turn any kata, pretty much the beginning move, can be a block of a right-handed punch coming at you with a counterattack. Sometimes we bring them to the ground, sometimes we don't. Heian, let's see, Heian Godan, all right? Heian Godan starts, this same Uchiuke is Heian Sandan, and then into Gaizuki. Right-handed punch is coming. Block it, control it, punch to the ribs, grab. As you stand up and do that to Gaizuki, again, punch to the head. All right, again, looking at Heian Godan, it is this, right? Those are your first three movements. Block, control, punch to the ribs, grab that arm, pull and punch. All right, so again, most of what we're doing is blocking that first attack, counterattacks. Now we're just trying to figure out how to get them to the ground, okay? And that's kind of what I've shown you here with this attack as it moves in, right? You're stepping in and blocking, punch, punch, block, punch, step in, grab, move to the floor. The punches, or the hands are coming in double. Punch, grab, knee, elbow strike. Again, your foot being here can easily drop them to the ground. Right? As your opponent, I'm stepping in like this, double punch, face, stomach, okay? Knee, and then that elbow. It's gonna rock me. Your feet, your other foot is right in here. This foot can't go anywhere. I can't move, I can't just stumble to the right. I'm gonna fall. All right? If you still have control, right? We've punch, control, knee, still have control, elbow, drop them to the ground. Maybe you don't want to throw that elbow as hard, okay? Punch, grab, knee, control, push them as you control them to the ground. All right, so again, get them on the ground. Once they're on the ground, get up and move. Once they're on the ground, control them on the ground. All right, maybe that's where jiu-jitsu might come in, okay? But you struck them a couple times here. They're not going to be as willing to fight. All right, control them on the ground. Or get them on the ground and then get up and move. All right, that's the biggest thing, get up and move. All right, I think those are the big things that I wanted to talk about today and kind of introduce that view punch, that Awazuki. I want you to try that a couple times, work on that. Again, if you have a partner available, please try to utilize them as much as possible in these attacks. Try those first few, like I was showing you with all the all the beginning movements of the kata. Walk through all those. Walk through Heian Shodan, through Godan, okay, where you're blocking that first initial punch that's coming around, blocking that first initial punch, and counterattacking. All right, lots of ways that you can practice all those things. Work them. Figure out how to best utilize those movements to not just look like, okay, I'm blocking, and now I'm doing 2 blocks, and then I'm going to turn and block. All right. After you've done, let's look at hand sandan again, right? You've blocked, okay, punch, control, punch, all right? Grab that arm, grab the side of their face at this point, turn. Again, that 180-degree turn is a throw. If you have control, if you just punch them in the face, you have their arm here, grab the side of their face, turn them to the ground. Okay? All things that you can easily practice, especially if you have a partner. Even if you don't have a partner, you can use your imagination and you think, okay, I've just punched them in the face, I have control of their arm. What else can I do here? I'm not just going to let go and pretend somebody from this side is attacking me. I'm going to finish with this guy. Punch, control, drop. All right? So again, just think about all those movements. After that, for hand sandan, well, then you move into the double punch again, right? Maroto uke. But again, from here, from this side, right? You go block, control, punch, control, punch, grab the side of the face, dump to the ground. That looks just like Maroto uke, doesn't it? All right, and then you're doing this nukite, but your arm gets grabbed, and we've gone over this. This is fairly straightforward for hand sandan in particular, but you're maneuvering around your hand to strike and strike. It is what it is. But for most kata, you can again work that right-handed punch coming in, right? Defending it in some way, parrying, blocking, okay, controlling, and getting your opponent to the ground. So work on that, all right? As an advanced student, I want you to think about these situations. Come out of the tradition or the traditional move this way in kata. I have to go this way, and then I'm going to turn and move this way because someone's attacking, and then I'm going to move over here because someone's attacking, and then I'm going to move here because someone's attacking. And every gedan is a block against a low kick. And every ageuke is a block against a punch that's coming from my face, and I'm blocking and deflecting off to the side. It's not the case, right? Every shutouke is not a block. And another block, and another block, all right? Shutouke is that punch is coming in, it's blocked, I control, and then I'm chopping. Right? You're still in a good back stance. You're still moving with shutouke, but you've done a block, control, and a strike. This is the time when all that starts to come together. And you start putting this together and saying, ah, now I'm doing karate, okay? This is the time, an advanced level, where you start to find your karate. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining me today. Let's come back together. Ready? Yoi. Sudachi. Ring. Yoi. Seiza. All right. Today's meditation, I want you to go through any defense, counterattack, and floor drop of your opponent as they throw that right-handed punch. Anything you can think of. Any kata, any drill that we've done today. But go through it in your mind. Figure out how to best get your opponent on the floor. Ready? Wakson. Waksuime, Sensen Yure. Tate. Yoi. Subirachi.
break, yoi, os. All right, thank you students for joining me today. I know I did a lot of talking, but hopefully you got some drills out of today's class. I know, again, like I said, this is a continuation of a punch, counter, attack style of class for an intermediate level. We kind of made it a little bit more advanced with adding several movements, bringing your opponent to the floor if possible, and as many times as possible to end an attack, all right? Again, we talked a little bit about being more aware as someone is coming up to you, creating distance, getting those arms up and ready for an attack or a potential attack, right? This is on shin, right? That's awareness of everything around you, okay? Finding your karate is what we're trying to do, and I think we're a little bit closer to getting there. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next class.